Good morning and welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Monday, September 5th, 2022. Not the 1st, not the 2nd, not the 3rd. September 5th already. Good morning, everyone. Let's start this week off with a blessing. Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us, the collective, a blessing for this day. Look at this. We get a duplicate again. We get a blessing from the light. Open your hearts. Listen to this blessing. You are dearly loved, more than you can possibly imagine. And you are never alone. A universe of love and light surrounds you and showers you with blessings that ebb and flow in your heart. Namaste. Let me read this one more time. Look at this. And it is pure sunlight, guys. That is pure sunlight. A blessing from the light. You are dearly loved, more than you can possibly imagine, and you are never alone. A universe of love and light surrounds you and showers you with blessings that ebb and flow in your heart. Namaste. Namaste. All right, let's go ahead and jump into these questions. My first question is from Beautiful Girl. And Beautiful Girl is asking about the Jacob Riis houses in Lower Manhattan. Arsenic has been found in the water. The water has been poisoned for weeks. People have been drinking arsenic-laced water. Beautiful Girl would like to know, how did the arsenic get into the water? And what will be the outcome of this? Guys, this is serious. And what my spirit guides are telling me, this is going to be a nationwide problem. We are going to, this is foreseen. We are going to have many villages and boroughs, cities and towns that are going to have no water, contaminated water, poisoned water. The arsenic got into the Lower Manhattan water through freaking dumping. It is industrial waste. It is runoff that got mixed in with the drinking water because safety mechanisms were reduced. This is a part of what Donnie did. He deregulated. He deregulated and deregulated and deregulated. And now, 2 years after he has left office, now we see the harm that has been caused because of these policies. 45 hurt us when he deregulated the EPA. He basically gave big business free rein to pollute our air and our water. Lower Manhattan is not going to be the only borough affected. You have the Erie bubbling. We have cities with no drinkable water. Right here where I live, we are in flux whether we are going to have Lake Mead. This is not just a United States problem. This is not a local problem. This is a worldwide problem. Deregulation is what drove this to happen. We are now seeing the failures. We are now seeing exactly what Donnie did. Exactly. We are facing the consequences of 45 now. all the deregulation, all those signing parties where he just signed away our lives to big business. Now we are going to start seeing the repercussions of that. And guys, to clean it up is going to cost more than it would have cost to just keep the regulations in place. It is going to cost 12 times more to clean up the water. People are going to face serious injury and death because of this. And this is not to scare you. This is to make you very aware of what ultra-rich people with deregulation and a whole lot of money do to us. This is to wake you up, to let you know that those rich people only want to stand on your neck and take and take and take and take. This is only happening because the rich wish to stay rich. They export everything. They outsourced America. Children in Bangladesh are making our t-shirts, our tennis shoes. Grandmas in China are making your high-class Fendi and Prada on slave wages and forced to work, forced labor. We must understand what we have bought into, what we have paid into, and these are the repercussions. This is what deregulation does. This is what deregulating the EPA specifically does. We have 2 cities now. 2 cities with undrinkable water. What are they supposed to do? And understand, guys, this is just the beginning. Big business has been polluting everywhere. Everywhere. We have a rolling drought. Where there's not droughts, there's flooding. And the watersheds are being contaminated there. Pay attention, guys. Prepare for what is happening. Prepare, because this was man-made. This was man-made. This did not have to happen. This is because of deregulation. This is human-caused. This is rich people-caused. Okay. Let me throw on this. What is going to be the outcome of this arsenic in Jacob Riis housing in Lower Manhattan? What will be the outcome? It's going to spread farther than Lower Manhattan. It's going to spread. This is not contained. And I think this is what people need to understand. This is not contained. Terror. What is the outcome? It's going to cost a lot of money. Oh my goodness, are they? The cards are upside down. Okay. This is going to cost a lot of money. A lot of money to clean up. But it's going to expose the polluters. They will have to be named and shamed. This is going to wreak havoc in Manhattan. This is going to wreak havoc in the state of New York. People will die because of this. But guys, we have to look at this. There's two sides to every coin. This failure now is a blessing in disguise. Yeah, it's gonna cost a whole lot. You know, and literally, they're going to have to literally rob Peter to pay Paul to clean this up. It's going to be long, it's going to be arduous, but it is going to uncover a whole bunch of bad people. A whole bunch of bad people who have been using the system and abusing it, poisoning us. We are going to have to fight to get sane regulations. Guys, but still, This is a blessing in disguise, because this is going to force. You know, look, Manhattan, guys. Manhattan is not the hood. Manhattan is not the ghetto. These are not black and brown people predominantly. Understand, white people are being affected by this. Rich white people are being affected by this. There's going to be changes made. Yes, there will be changes made. And they will benefit everybody. But this is only because the people who are affected right now, and that's what this card jumped out for, because they're wealthy. But they've been drinking this poisoned water for weeks, guys. There are already people suffering adverse reactions to it. People are in hospital now. People will die. The Manhattan water, this water, whatever it's called, is going to be sued. The city of New York, the state of New York is going to be sued because of this. Okay? This is because of deregulation, dumping. This is poisoned water by big business. Dumping, illegally dumping. And guys, I feel like this is barrels. These are barrels that were dumped, that have leaked and are now leaching into the water supply. Okay, my next question is also from Beautiful Girl. She would like to know who tried to kill the Argentinian VP, Cristina Fernandez. The person who tried to kill her, this was an assassination attempt. I guess they walked up on her and tried to shoot her, and the gun misfired, backfired, didn't fire at all. Beautiful Girl would like to know who tried to kill her, why the gun didn't fire. We all know why the gun didn't fire. That is divine intervention. That is literally when you know you have your guardian angels around you and somebody puts a gun to your head and pulls the trigger and nothing happens. Okay, she had angels, guardians on her side. It was not her time to go, and she was protected. Who tried to kill Cristina Fernandez and why? Tarot, tell us. Spirit guides, universe, ancestors, speak freely through me. Who tried to kill Argentinian Vice President Cristina Fernandez and why? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Guys, this is an inside job from, oh my goodness. The president of Argentina, okay, for entertainment purposes only, wanted to get rid of her. Oh my, this is an inside job. This was a hit job from the inside. They don't want her to take over. Something is going on with the Argentinian president. I don't know if he's in some type of trouble, but oh my gosh, this was a hit. This was a government hit from the top down. They wanted to get rid of her. This was divine intervention that she is still alive. Oh my goodness. Yes, her running mate, the person that she works with, wants her dead. Oh my goodness. Tarot, tell me. Who tried to kill Argentinian Vice President Cristina Fernandez? Oh my goodness. They want her out of the way. They want her out of the way. She is standing in the way of something that they want to do. It has something to do with keeping the people of Argentina out of abject poverty. She is optimistic about what can happen, and she's not playing the game. They want her removed, and they have been trying to get her to leave, but she won't leave. So this was their attempt to get her out of there, to force her out by death. But again, she has angels around her. She has angels around her, guys. And that is what kept her alive. She has magic protecting her, literally. This assassination attempt might have been caught on film somewhere. But her group is glad that this did not transpire. She is there for change. The president is going to be removed or indicted or something, and they wanted her out of the way. She goes against what they want. They are anti-people. She is wanting to work for the people. Guys, goodness gracious, this is treachery. They wanted her out of the way. This was a government hit job. She is lucky to be alive. She is divinely blessed and protected. Excellent question, beautiful girl. My next question is from Danielle R. And Danielle would like to know, has 45 Jared or 45's attorneys been told that they can't travel? Well, the only way that they could be told that they can't travel is if their passports are taken. So let's ask Tarot, because we don't really know, do we? Nothing turned over. A whole throw jumped out, but nothing turned over, guys. Sticking them right back in the deck. Tarot, has 45 Jared or any of 45's cabinet close associates had their passports or visas revoked? Has anybody in the Trump circle? Goodness gracious. That's the whole deck flipped over, guys. I'm going to flip it back over again. They're jumpy today. Okay. Tarot. Has anybody in 45's administration or 45 himself had their visas or passports removed, taken from them? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, we got 3 yeses, guys. But let me see what this Ace of Wands in reverse is. Ace of Wands in reverse. Fall. Decadence. Ruin. Clouded joy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, this is still a yes. Excuse me. Guys, look at this. There's a yes here. Here's a yes here. This is an ending. And here we got the 6 of Wands. This is a great big oh yes. Now, Tarot's not telling us who has had their passports or visas revoked. But I can say this for sure, Danielle. Yes, some people in 45's administration have had their visas and passports revoked. And we will find out about it when they start trying to fight to get them back. There's a lot of people, they did this because they were afraid people were going to run away. Look at this, guys. This is the first card, the 6 of Swords. They were afraid that people were going to slip away. So they have revoked some people's visas. These people will be fighting to try to get them back. That's how we will know. That's how we will find out whose visas and passports have been revoked. But yes, Danielle, some people in 45's administration have had their visas and passports revoked. Oh my goodness, good question. My next question is from Edwina S. Will we see any earthquakes? Yes, yes, yes. There are earthquakes actively happening right now. Guys, we have had some crazy swarms going across the United States and all around the world. And I know this because I watch this channel called Dutch Sense, but also because that is one of my little gifts that I have, is the ability to feel earthquakes. And guys, I have been feeling this, what is coming, this thing that is coming, that is going to be on the Americas, that is going to be a big event. Now, we already know there's been shakers going all around Yellowstone. This is still, we're not there yet. We've got some other volcanic activity that is going to take place. Guys, this is going to be around in California and also in Utah. There is going to be some volcanic activity. We are also going to have some pretty sizable earthquakes that are going to lead up to some volcanic activity. And guys, I'm still seeing burps. I'm not seeing blows yet, but I'm seeing that we're going to have, magma is going to be moving upward. So we're going to have some smokers. We're going to have some rumblers. We're going to have some volcanoes that are showing signs of life. So, again, this is nothing to be afraid of. You cannot stop it. Therefore, don't worry about it. The only thing you can do if you live near a volcano is be paying attention and be prepared to leave if your emergency broadcast system tells you to do so. Okay? Pay attention. Don't try to fight fire with your life. Your body will lose. But we are going to have earthquakes and an increase in earthquakes. And like I said, the volcanic activity is going to be more smokers and burps, not full-on eruptions yet. We're coming to it, but we're not there yet. But expect to for some people in California and some people in Utah to see some signs that some long dormant volcanoes are going to be showing signs of life. Okay. My next question is from Nae Nae. Nae Nae is dropping jewels of wisdom on us. Nae Nae says, we need to ask ourselves why other countries hate us. Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Russia, China. What have we done to the rest of the world that makes them despise us so much? Well, guys, if you listen to the names of the countries that I named off, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. I'm going to throw Pakistan in there too. Syria, Russia, China, Turkey. Why are all these countries anti-American? And I've missed one great big old country, Africa, South America, Brazil. Okay, why are all these countries, why do all these countries hate the United States? If you listen to that, the only white country in that was Russia. NATO is only European countries. They do not protect anybody brown. In fact, they attack brown countries. They go in and try to take over their resources. We have to look at what we do as a world. We have to look at why things are the way they are. We have gone into not into Saudi Arabia. We have gone into Iraq and Iran. We have labeled these people terrorists. We have gone in there. The United States and the rest of the world has gone in there and destabilized their governments and tried to rob them of their resources, rob them of their gold, rob them of their minerals, their plutonium, and all those valuable minerals that are under their land. The whole rest of the world has been going in there trying to pickpocket these countries. Been going in, changing the regime, putting people in charge, overthrowing governments so that we could control the outcome of other people's countries. What America has done in Afghanistan, what America did to Afghanistan, we went over there. We interfered with their government. We turned their country into something that they didn't recognize. And then we allowed a despot criminal man to go and then break it and give it right back to the criminals. To take it from the people who would have at least tried to make it safe and sane for the people who live there. And we allowed a person with the authority of the United States of America to go in and give a whole nother country away to terrorists. Ask yourself why other countries hate us. And look at that. We go around the world saying that we're going to fix democracy in other countries when we have not fixed democracy in our own country. We go to other countries and start wars with them because they have bad human relations. They have they treat their populations badly. We have to be the biggest hypocrites in the world, because what we accuse others of doing, we do right here. We do right here. It is being done to swaths of people in our population. We are classist, we are racist, we are sexist, and we have an ignorance that is unparalleled. We have to look at what our nation has been led to become. And then we have to stand up and decide that we don't want this. That we don't need rich people trying to keep us subservient to them. That we can manage ourselves. That we need to kick them out. And that as long as somebody on the bottom is suffering, none of us are doing well. Until we understand that as a country and we change ourselves and we consciously pull together to create a nation that is worthy of praise and accolades, that takes care of the least of its population, because that's how we are going to be judged. How we take care of the most vulnerable, the most poor, the most destitute. How are we doing, guys? We're not doing very good. Our homeless population is suffering, while the rich are raising the prices and buying up properties that are sitting empty while people suffer. That is greed. That is avarice. It's unholy. So until we as Americans pull ourselves up and together and wipe the motes out of our eyes so that we can see clearly what is being done to our country and our name, and we make a conscious effort to change it, to protect our fellow man, to stand together and say, no, we will not be slaves to big business. We will not give our bodies to you to abuse. Guys, the wealthy, it's crumbling. This wall is crumbling. The house of cards is falling. We are tasked with creating our new earth, coming together to build something wonderful. Get ready, because it's time to go. Okay. My next question is from Darlene. Where are the missing classified documents? And how could they exhume Ivana's coffin? What would be the circumstances under which Ivana's coffin could be exhumed? Darlene, where are the missing documents? Well, some of them Donnie ate. Some of them he ripped up and tried to flush down the toilet. Some of them are in the hands of no other person than Vladimir himself. And MBS also has documents, paperwork that says top secret SCI on top of it. Yeah, those empty sheaths was evidence that he had already sold or given away, and he tried to get rid of. Except for Dumb Donald did not throw away or get rid of the sheaths that they came in. This is how they know that documents are missing, because he removed them, sheath and all. He was supposed to turn them in to the military person at the end of each meeting. He did this every day, every meeting. He stole sensitive documents and took them back. If he felt there was a monetary value with it, associated to it, he took it. So everything that is blank, the empty sheaths, is information that has already been sold, stolen, given away, or he tried to flush it down the toilet. It is gone. It's gone. And this will all come to light. Because his maids, the maids in the White House, the ones who had to clean his toilet after him, will be asked to testify on how many days. And it's going to be every day, guys. Every day. They're going to the maid service and wait staff are going to testify to whether or not there was evidence that the Donald tried to flush things down the toilet or eat them. He's a criminal, guys. Darlene, Danielle, so that's where the missing documents are. How could they exhume the coffin? With justifiable cause. Number one, everybody knows Ivana was cremated. Her ashes were not strewn in the bottom of the coffin. Her urn is sitting on Eric's mantle. What's in the box is more documents. Boxes of documents. Boxes of documents. So, and I think I've already read on this, so I'm just going to ask this way. Will Merrick Garland get a subpoena to exhume Ivana's grave? Will Merrick Garland get a... Yep, there it is. 2 yeses right back to back. Yes, he gonna dig up the evidence. But look here, guys. Donnie's gonna know about this. Merrick don't want to do it, but there is going to be enough evidence that is going to force his hand. Here's our first yes. And here's our second yes. Donnie is going to try to do everything in his power to stop this from happening. But it is going to happen. All this evidence is going to be drug out into the open. The lies are going to come to the light. And that's exactly what this is. This guys, all of this is going to bode very badly for Donnie. All of this is going to be more and more and more evidence on why he needs to be locked up and why we are not safe every day that this man is out and free to do whatever he wants to do. The United States of America and the world at large is not safe. Okay, my next question. Danielle would like to know, there's been an uptick in people being abducted by vans. Guys, this is human trafficking. This is sex trafficking. This is human trafficking. This is big business in America. They are kidnapping people. And I hate to say this, but the young woman that was kidnapped, I don't know, she was jogging. I don't know where she was, but that woman has been murdered. They will find her body. And the man was already looking for his next victim. Yes, he SA'd her, and he murdered her that day. So, I'm sorry to have to say that. If that affects anybody in the reading, I apologize. But that's what happened. But Danielle would like to know what is up with all these abductions, guys. This, like I said, this is big business. And like I said, please, if you are an active person and you are out there in the nighttime, or you are alone and you are jogging, please keep one headphone out of your head so that you can hear what's going on around you. That may be what saves your life, just hearing someone sneak up on you. These people are getting abducted because they're getting surprised. Most often because they have their headphones in and they've got their music up and they're oblivious to everything going on around them. Pay attention to your surroundings. People aren't going to stop. These are crimes of opportunity. And these people are filling quotas. Some of them are rapists. Some of them are literally snatching people that are being traded in slave-like trades. Women, children, and men are abducted. Okay? Be aware of your surroundings. It's not going to stop. We have to be aware, and we have to report what we see. And we have to look out for our fellow man, guys. If you see something that doesn't look right, write a doggone license plate number down. Get a picture of the vehicle. If it doesn't look right to you, do something. Doing something is always better than doing nothing. That would be the perfect time for you to whip out your phone and videotape it. Because then you might get hardcore evidence that could save somebody's life. Okay? All right. My next question is from Denny. Denny wants to know, did George H.W. Bush have anything to do with Russia not being a democratic nation, as Gorbachev wanted? Now, Mikhail Gorbachev wanted to change Russia. He wanted Russia to be more democratic, not to be a socialist country. Gorbachev wanted people to have freedoms. He wanted his people to be happy, and they voted him out for it. But did George H.W. Bush have anything to do with Russia not being a democratic nation? And if so, why would he do this? Did George Bush, H.W., George Sr., did he have anything to do with Gorbachev's not getting Russia to be a democratic nation? No, Denny, George Bush did not. I think, if anything, there was so much going on in Russia at the time. It was impossible. Let me see. The tower in reverse. This is distress, ruin, calamity, disgrace, deception, misery, the same in a lesser degree. This is oppression, tyranny, and imprisonment. There was too much stuff that was messed up in the Russian government, not just the presidency. This was in the parliament. This was in the police. This was the Gestapo. There was so much politics in Russia at that time that there was no way Gorbachev by himself could have made Russia a democratic entity. He would have had to fight against all of old Russia to do that. The old guard was still in charge. So no, Denny, no. George H.W. didn't have anything to do with that. That was Russia. That was Russia. That was the old guard not willing to give that much. They were not willing to change. And that's why Russia remained Russia after the Cold War. And we still have the issues that we have now. Because it's all about what we did to them in World War II. There's a lot, guys. There was a lot of dirty deeds that the world did to each other. There was a whole lot of underhanded things that European countries did to other European countries. And I just have to say it like that. It was a lot of dirt. And Russia kind of got shafted because you got to think, Germany is the one who started World War II. But Russia is the one that's paying the ultimate cost. Russia got kind of screwed on some things. And some German people got a pass, were allowed. This is my spirit guides. When I'm rubbing my nose, this is my spirit guides talking to me. We took a whole bunch of Germans, a whole bunch of bad Germans that should have been put under the jail, should have been executed, and we brought them right to the United States, and we put them in our government. We put murderers in our government, and then we wouldn't allow orphaned Jewish children to come to this country. We turned them around. We turned them around. Know your history. Learn your history. This is what America doesn't want you to know. This is what the right wing is fighting so hard for you to not know. They don't want you to know the treachery that the United States of America has committed on the bodies of others. They don't want you to know that that America was a safe haven for Nazis. Okay? My cards are jumpy. Okay. My next question is from Leah. Hold on. I messed up my cards again. No, I didn't. My next question is from Leah. This is about Leonard Leo and the Federalist Society. Leah wants to know, will Leonard Leo be successful with the Federalist Society? Or will they be shut down or exposed? Guys, the Federalist Society is like the conservative engine of getting these right-wing, extreme, cultish people in positions of power and keeping them in power. So, will Leonard Leo and the Federalist Society be stopped? Will they be shut down? Will they be exposed for what they are? Will Leonard Leo and the Federalist Society be exposed for what they are? Will they be shut down and stopped? That's how we're going to ask this question, and I hope that answers your question, Leah. Will Leonard Leo and the Federalist Society be exposed for the monsters they are, and will they be stopped? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. This is good. This is interesting. First card we get is the Page of Swords. This is a spy in the camp. This is somebody that is going to come out with a whole bunch of information. In front of this, I got the Eight of Swords. This is somebody going to jail. Yes, Leah, the Federalist Society is going to be stopped. They are going to be exposed. They are going to be engulfed in a whole bunch of lawsuits when they are. There is something that is going to bring about the end of this, guys. This is going to end, and a whole lot of people are going to be exposed. Guys, the dark money, all this money and people that they have been moving around. Guys, and this goes deeper than just the government. Again, this is government and religion. This is all intertwined, hand in hand. And this also goes to a whole bunch of colleges. Yes, there are, because that's where these people are being indoctrinated into this belief system. These are wealthy, extremely wealthy people. And they're, guys, this is literally Pinky in the Brain. Their ultimate goal is to take over the world. And they want to start by taking over the United States government. Every single aspect of it. They want to put their people in place so that they can change the rules, so that they can change society. They will be stopped. Guys, but this is big. These are many, many, many people who are working together. This is a humongous cult. This is a big government cult. This is a demon. There are so many powerful people who belong to these groups, and this is like an umbrella. So the Federalist Society is like the center cog, but it splits off into all these other right-wing radical groups. I mean, all the way to, literally the Klan, white supremacists, all kinds of gang, street-level gang activity. That's how big this organization is. And guys, it is the Federalist Society's goal is to control, to take over every aspect of the government and to control America and to rewrite the laws and doctrines to where it will be a country that they invented. Yo, my goodness. Excellent question, Leah. I hope I answered your question satisfactorily. Woo! They are going to be stopped. Some people are going to go to jail. It's going to die. We're going to be lucky because some people are going to expose it. It's going to be a huge expose. But guys, it is enormous. The Federalist Society has its tendrils in everything, in education, in healthcare, in everything, in big business, aeronautics, in the military. They have their tendrils, their tentacles in everything. There are seriously very, very, very bad people at the tops of almost all these government agencies, and especially in the military. Okay, my next question is from Follow Your Heart. Alex Jones is shuffling his money around from his business accounts to his personal accounts, trying to avoid paying off his Sandy Hook damages. What is going to be the fate of Alex Jones? Will Alex Jones be forced? Look at this. The star flipped out and turned over. Will Alex Jones... What is the fate of Alex Jones? Will he be forced to pay that extraordinary amount of money to the victims, the survivors of Sandy Hook? The people whose lives he made inexplainably more horrible after the loss of their babies. Will Alex Jones be what is the fate of him, and will he be forced to pay up? There we go. Let's just put it that way. What is the fate of him, and will he be forced to pay up? Yeah, he's going to be forced to pay up. And the fate of him, yeah, he's gonna be returned to a former state. Before he was the big Alex Jones, he's gonna have to sell everything. He's going to have to sell, auction, give away stuff to pay these bills. And guys, he's going to be made to pay these bills. He is going to be made to pay these bills because these Sandy Hook people are going to keep him in court until he does. That big old extraordinary amount now, he's going to get that talked down a little bit. But he is not free from the judgment that he is going to be forced to pay. Okay? The Star of Good Hope, this is lost, theft, and abandoned. Okay, he is trying to move that money around. He's going to try to say he doesn't have as much money as he has, but he is going to have to pay in the end, and he is worried. He is worried. This is going to change Alex Jones. Yes, it is, because this is another person who has never been held accountable for the garbage that he spews, for the lies and the evil that comes out of his mouth. This is going to bring him to a level of humanness that he has never experienced before. Okay? And we're going to get to see it. We're going to get to see it. We're going to see it because all his lying and all his conniving is going to have his butt, marching in and out of court, trying to get a stay. But, Your Honor, I don't really have this kind of money. Yes, you do, Alex. Sell a yacht. Sell a house. Okay? I feel like Alex is his partnership with who he works for, his television show. He's got the Two of Cups and he's got the Lovers back to back. I feel like Alex Jones's partnerships with some of the people that he works for may be at an end. Alex Jones may find himself not only out of almost all his money, but also out of a job. My next question is also from Follow Your Heart. Follow Your Heart says, some red states want to bring back corporal punishment. Will this happen? And guys, this is one of those things that I'm sure everybody has an opinion about. Some people are saying no, some people are saying yes. I'm going to say it like this. And I'm going to say this as a reformed person about corporal punishment. If you're sitting at your job at work, and you were sitting there, let's say you were playing on your phone, and you were supposed to be working on a spreadsheet or something, and you were checking out Lizzo dropped a new video, and you just wanted to check it out. And your boss came up behind you, snatched you out of your chair, and started beating you. Would you think that was okay? then why the hell do you think it's okay to do it to a kid? And I'm going to leave it right there. If you don't want somebody coming up and putting their hands on you, snatching you, grabbing you, basically saying that whatever it is you're doing, you ain't supposed to be doing it, and I am going to physically assault you for it. And like I said, I'm reformed because I spanked my kids. And I wish I'd never had. I wish I had had more patience. I wish I had more life skills. I wish that I had learned how to communicate, to de-escalate, to do something other than to put my hands, to strike, physically assault my children. Like I said, corporal punishment is something. Yeah, some people say spare the rod, spoil the child. And yeah, I can agree. There are some things that a kid might need a smack on the behind for. But when we say corporal punishment, we're literally saying it's okay to grab some child, bend them over, and hit them with an object, a paddle. You know, little kids are small. Adults are big. How many kids got a fractured backbone because they got swatted? How many kids were jerked around, their ears snatched, hair pulled, because corporal punishment was okay? Now, I'm going to say it this way. If a parent feels that that is the only way that they need to control, that they have to control their child, then that parent should be the person that does it. Not some random person in a school setting somewhere that arbitrarily decides whether what your child did or didn't do should be adjudicated by them being assaulted with a board or a belt or someone's hand. And where does it stop? And how much force can be used? We were not put here to be beat on. We were put here to learn. And I'm just going to go back to everybody who's saying, spare the rod, spoil the child. Put yourself back in that situation. How okay would it be for you to be sitting at your desk, goofing off, and your boss come up and slap you upside the head because you're not working, or working hard enough or fast enough? Just answer that question. But let's see. Are they going to bring beaten children back into school systems? Are they going to bring corporal punishment back into school systems? They won't ban a gun, but they're going to say it's okay for a teacher to beat up a kid, huh? Because that's what it's going to be. That's what we're talking about. Yeah? Yep. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Some schools are going to bring it back. Yes, they are. And it's going to be devastating. And we're going to have a whole bunch of problems because of it. A whole new bunch of problems because of it. We're going to have a bunch of stressed out kids. We're going to have a bunch of children who don't want to go to school because now they don't just have to worry about bullies. Now they got to worry about teachers that don't like them, who have a license to beat on them if they want to. Just think about it. Are you okay with somebody coming up putting their hands on you? If you aren't paying attention, if you are playing on your phone and not being productive as your employer wants you to be, then why the hell is it okay to hit a kid because they can't focus in school? Does getting beat make them focus better? Does you getting beat at work make you work better? All right, guys. That's just something to think about. This has been my reading for today. I love y'all. I love y'all. I know that was a little bit different. But I think some things we got to hear. Some things we have to say out loud. All right? Again, this is about us looking at ourselves and making the changes that we need to make. How do we want our world to be? Do we want more of the same? Or are we going to work together to bring in something beautiful? Something wonderful, something where we and our children can all live happy, healthy, prosperous lives. I love you, I love you, I love you. Namaste, guys. Bye-bye.